Jess, are you ready?
I am
Now,
ready.
you remember, just give me the look when you're ready, because it's like we got really good
It'll
these
be
last
like
couple
a-
times. I know.
There's a light bulb that goes off above my head.
Yes. Your eyes light up. It's
Okay.
it's interesting. It's just fun.
It's like when I'm in the shower. Oh, I got to get out.
It's time. It's another edition of Shop Talk. Welcome. I am Jay. This is Jess.
Hello.
All right. So for those of you who don't know, Jessica and I had a conversation, a couple of months ago, and we're like, we're both fascinated by the same thing: entrepreneurs and why they do what they do.
Exactly.
You know, so it's like, okay, well, let's just find people to talk to. Today we have.
Karen Mox of Spice and Tea Merchants.
All right. So thank you so much for joining us, Karen. I am always amazed at why entrepreneurs do what they do, why business owners do what they do. How do you start a business? And why do you start it where you started? So let's kind of start there. Tell me a little bit about this story, Karen.
So for me, this dream started when I was 13.
Really?
I was visiting with my family, a little hotel called the Logan in Ocean City, New Jersey. I walked in and we're there to stay for a vacation, and I see all these young girls my age. They are running up and down the stairs. They're happy. They're carrying vacuum cleaners, and they're taking care of the hotel. And I inquired of the owner of the place and asked how I could work there, because I talked to some of the girls and they just shared their excitement of being there and be able to be of service to the people that were there and the interactions that they got to have with the customers. And I caught that dream. I just caught that vision of serving others. And so for me, that dream started early.
Wow.
And then I pursued that and the dream of opening my own shop started then.
So why here, why now? And why in downtown Kalamazoo?
Sometimes things in your life give you a fire and move you forward. So for me, the loss of my brother last year was my fire. Okay. I got to spend the last week of his life with him, and he was an encouragement. He passed away, unfortunately, of cancer, and he was very much a clean eater. And for us at Spice and Tea Merchants, we have no fillers in any of our products. It's very much a clean product, and I fell in love with the products when I found them 15 years ago. Huh. So for him to encourage me and in pursuing my dream, and knowing that he would just be with me in spirit, it was enough to push me forward.
Absolutely.
But you've been around for a long time.
Right.
This isn't your first rodeo in downtown Kalamazoo, right?
No, correct. I started working at the Radisson 29 years ago.
Oh, my goodness.
So I met my husband in college, and my ultimate dream was to go work at Hilton Head, South Carolina.
Okay.
But I met him, we fell in love, married, and ended up in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Love does strange things. Let's just be honest with all of us, right? It just you can do strange stuff.
You had a plan, and then...
Yes.
And then, yes.
So then, okay, so you started here, you stayed here. Why start a business? Why start in downtown Kalamazoo? You could have started this. You could have started this in Hilton Head if you wanted to.
The community that I started in, I have fallen in love with as well. I truly enjoy being of service to people. And when you are within a community and you get to know people, it's the whole old Cheers adage.
Sure.
When you know people. Yep. And you become comfortable in that. Have I wanted to move away and go to different places? Of course, because I've moved a lot in my life. So for me, I just wanted to plant my roots here. And I wanted to stay here. And when I found out that I had an opportunity to open a shop and pursue my dream, I had to jump at it.
So when somebody walks in, what do they see? It's somebody who has never been to your store before. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
So when they walk in, the first thing they're going to notice is the wonderful smell of spices. They stay long enough, they're going to get hungry.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, and yes, I will.
You'll notice an array of glass jars filled with spices or teas. We hand blend the majority of the 80 blends that are in-house.
Wow. Okay, so then how do you decide what tea to do, how to do that. Give me that background a little bit.
So what's great is that everything is already curated from our corporate Spice and Tea Merchant, which started in Saugatuck, Michigan, over 20 years ago. Lisa Freeman started this company, and thank goodness that she did, because it enabled me to be able to start my own business last year.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so then when people come in, most asked question, what are they surprised about?
Well, they're surprised about how great it smells in there.
Yes, it is, and yes, it does.
Yep.
They like the affordability of it. They love the small quantities. Those that do purchase and come back, the biggest thing they notice is their food tastes better.
Huh.
Because it's vibrant, the flavor is full. There's no fillers, there's no preservatives in anything. So you're getting that full paprika or that gumbo filet, whatever seasoning or tea, the full tea leaves. The tea bags, they have little plastic particles in them. We have the full tea leaves. So when you're using loose tea, you're not ingesting anything else except for that tea.
And then you don't just have spice and teas in there. You got all kinds of stuff. Tell everybody what else you have in the store.
We have honey from the Great Lakes Bee Company, so local West Michigan honey. Yeah. We have hot sauces. We have non-GMO popcorn, so it's heirloom popcorn that you can pop in an air popper.
It is good.
Now that I've never had, and that sounds delicious.
Yeah, and we make popcorn seasoning.
Okay.
Or you can get black truffle sea salt and put that on there.
Sure.
Which is delicious. We have probably 15 different kinds. 15 different kinds of sea salts.
All right. So when people come in, what are they really looking for? Are they looking for something specific? I mean, what's the go-to?
There are those that are coming in specifically for certain spices.
Sure.
There are the others that they're coming in and they're curious on what we have, and then they quickly find out they need so many things. One of the biggest is our applewood sea salt is a huge seller. We have that is awesome. It has a nice little sweet smoke to it. You could put it on salmon. You can put it on your eggs in the morning. You could just put it on roasted veggies. There's so many options with it.
Wow. That sounds awesome.
The other really neat thing that I love about what Karen does is she gives recipes as well.
Really?
So not only is she selling the things, but if you look at her social media, she's showing you, hey, this is what I had for breakfast. This is our dinner tonight. And this is what I used with spices and different things from her own shop. So you're learning along and you're getting some cool recipes.
Well, and some hacks, because, somebody like me who, can't look at everything and go, gee, I know what I'm going to make tonight.
Exactly.
I have that. Okay, I can do that. That works out well, and you can help out.
Yeah.
So that's pretty neat.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so in the end, where do you see it going? Where do you see this all? I mean, you just continue to do what you're doing. Do you look to, at some point expand? What are you thinking?
Right now, I'm going to stay the course.
Yeah.
And for me and Spice and Tea Merchant, I just want to offer the best service that I can to my customers. In the future, there are other things I would like to do with it and do more things. Like right now, I do let people bring in their own jars.
Okay.
They just have to be washed clean and dry with a lid. They're able to just let us know which spice they want. We grab the jar, we fill it for them, and then they've got their, a lot of times they'll bring in their own little spice jars. So sometimes people have certain jars that fit within their own cabinets, and they can bring those in. And we fill them for them. Or we've had people bring in just mason jars for their teas because they fit really nicely.
Jess, it kind of goes to your stronghold there of sustainability.
I know. we love good sustainability measures. Yeah. But I love that because, Karen, this business for her has only been 6 months, right? Six months. And so this is a new addition. And she told me about it, and I was like, oh, yes, this is great, right? To, be thinking about those things because it's important. So I love that.
Mason jars are fantastic because it's like you can do that, or as I use them as a Tennessee wine glass because I drink out of them. It's like, look, it's the most multi-use thing that we have in our entire kitchen. Yes, it is.
It's a good jar.
Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate the time today, Karen, and this is opening up a business and doing this kind of stuff. Look. Most people don't realize it's like they think that you hang a sign and it's really easy. This is hard.
Yes.
And most people don't realize how hard this and how adventurous you have to be, and and just be able to deal with just about everything on a daily basis.
Very true. The beginning was going in at 8:30 in the morning and not leaving until 11 o'clock at night.
Sure. And most people, again, everybody sees the end result. They never see the hard work to get to that end result.
Or the behind the scenes that's happening. Yes.
Yeah, because there's always, there's always little things. And every day, I'm just amazed people who own their own business and do what you guys both do. It is just, it's dumbfounding the amount of A, drama, and B, just little things that could actually really take days sideways so fast. And everybody seems to just deal with it and move on. And it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, we have a great community of support with the other business owners. And that is one of the things that, having worked within Kalamazoo for as long as I have, and getting to know not only the different business owners, but the different managers within the community, that also enabled me to have the confidence to open up a shop within Kalamazoo as well, knowing that I had the support of the other business owners and the other managers within the community.
I'm amazed on how well, and again, we've talked to some, how well everybody else. It's a real collaborative environment, which is really strong.
Agreed.
And that's a big deal.
It is. You can go to other communities and you don't see that. People want it.
Sure.
Everybody
Desire,
wants that.
absolutely is there.
Yes, you want to have that. But sometimes within the business community, you don't see that camaraderie. You don't see that uplifting and that support. And I know for me, when I look at those communities, you don't see the neighbors coming out to frequent those places then too, because they see it. You notice.
Right.
Absolutely. And that's not the case for us. We see Portage and Ashtemo and, all of our downtown neighborhoods. We see people coming from Allegan and, oh my gosh, just all over the place.
Absolutely.
Benton Harbor, just this last week. They're coming from around the area. It's really not just like, oh, I shop at her shop and she shops down the street. It's not that. It's so much bigger.
A big win for me this week was I had a gentleman that was in town on business from Kansas, and he came walking in. I welcomed him like I welcome everyone else, and I said, well, welcome back. You've been in before. And he goes, oh, my gosh. I was here just shortly after you opened. I can't believe you remembered me. And I said, well, I try. I don't always, but I try. And he said, well, I had a business trip today, and I just knew I had to come back in and get some more tea. He's like, it's the best I've ever had. Thank you.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So, number one, great on the customer
No
service.
kidding.
Who doesn't love to be remembered, right? But number two, what a great testament to what you do that he had to come back. I love that.
Yeah, that's a really cool deal. That really, really is. All right, Karen, thank you so much for coming in today.
And thank you.
Absolutely. All right. So, Jessica, not only do you own a business as well, but you also, wrangle all of this and do all kinds of other events in downtown Kalamazoo.
We're doing so much.
I know.
So much.
A little bit that's coming up.
Yes. The highlights for what's coming up. So we've got May 11th is Move in the Zoo, and same time, same day, the Kalamazoo Bike Show.
How cool.
So one is downtown on the Kalamazoo Mall. The other's a block away at the park.
Yep.
That's going to be a day of movement and getting out there and just having fun and really stepping outside in some nice weather finally.
Absolutely.
May 18th, we've got Mac and Cheese Mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
Cannot wait for this.
Me either.
So excited. It's a free community event. It'll be downtown, and check out the social media information to find out more there. But that is going to be from 11 to 2. And then, holy cow, we can't even talk about summer because it is jam-packed. We have festivals. We have late night things. We've got Beats on Baits, Workout Wednesday, Zoo After Hours. so much stuff is going on. So we'll talk about that next time.
All right, that sounds like a great idea. Jessica, thank you so much. Karen, thank you so much. And this is Shop Talk.